Hey, what's up, guys? Gangster Jeweler here. So today we are going to be working on a ring. It says it's going down one size. Down one size. Let's see what we got here. It's a dad ring. It's a nice little ring. Nice thick shank on it. Going down one size. So this is about a 10. So we're going to go to a 9. About a 10, going to go to a 9. Alright, guys. So let's go ahead and get a size here. If I can find one, just one size. There we go. We'll go ahead and mark our spot there. We got our 2 lines there. We'll go ahead and, if you got a saw, use your saw. If you got cutters, cut them if you got them. Cut them if you got them. Cut them if you got them. Okay. Now what we need to do is go ahead and get sorry man, my allergy, these pollen in Florida right now is fucking ridiculous. And my nose has been doing nothing but stopping up and running. Get our ends filed. Now we do want to be a little bit careful because this is hollow on the insides there. So we do want to be a little extra careful. Shouldn't be a problem, but you always want to be a little bit careful when you're dealing with hollow sides like that. You just want to just take your time. And we need to see if we can get that to bend over a little more there. And remember, we want it to get it as flush as we possibly can. There we go. And don't get too much flusher than that. Let's go ahead and dip this in our boric acid denatured alcohol and set this baby on fire. Light her up. On fire she goes. Let's go ahead and cut us a piece of solder here. Piece of yellow gold hard, and preferably the carat that you are working on. Let's grab us some flux here. And let's go ahead and get this bad boy welded. Gotta adjust the flame here a little bit. Alright, let's grab our solder here. I'm just going to go back and forth. Let that flux burn off a little bit. We'll have to crank the torch up a little more. Just a little bit more. Okay. Damn, this thing's being a little stubborn. Doesn't seem to want to flow. There we go. There we go. Looks like that went all the way through. From what I can tell anyways. But let's go ahead and zoom back out here. These are diamonds, so we're not worried about anything shattering. Go ahead and cool that off. Yes, sir. All the way through. All right. Fantastic. All right, now. All right, that's the end of the video, guys. That's a 9 now. No more to do. I'm joking. Let's see where we're at here. God dang. And we're just going to tap a little bit with our rawhide mallet here. We're close to a 9. We're about an 8 3/4, which is about where we want to be. We always want to be a little bit smaller. You don't always want to be right on the money, because by the time you straighten it out and file it and polish it and stuff, it's going to make it a little bit bigger by just a hair. Not overly big, but okay. Alright, we're kind of like a tight 9 right now. Let's see. We're kind of like a 9 on that side. We're still kind of a tight 9 on this side. Still a little tight. Still a little tight on this side. There we go. Let's see what it looks like on this side. Okay, yeah, we're not going to do any more tapping because we are pretty much about where we want to be. So let's go ahead and get this inside filed. Let's get this inside file down. This might end up being a pretty quick video, guys. Alright, let's take a look here real quick. It's a 9. It's a 9. Alright. So let's go ahead and file the top side now. Switch our rock out here. Okay. Let's file these sides down a little bit with our metal file here. And again, remember, you don't have to push real hard. Let's go ahead and file this top a little more here. There we go. Okay. Let's work on the other side now. And remember, we're just trying to get the sides even with the shank. Now I do know some of these videos might be repetitious, especially the ring sizing ones, but every ring sizing is a little bit different. Not always going to work out the same. Run across the top here a little bit. Alright guys, I think we're ready to go ahead and smooth this thing out. Get it all smoothed out. We'll start with the inside. Switch to our silicone wheel for the inside there. All right. Alright guys, we got the inside there smoothed out pretty good. Alright, we got the inside smoothed out pretty good. Let's go ahead and switch to our damn. This pollen is whipping my ass. It's making shit run down my throat and nose is running. Have to keep clearing my throat. So let's go ahead and smooth the outside of this now. Now we want to be careful because this does have a finish on it on the sides here. We don't want to smooth that out. So we want to make sure we don't mess with that part. Even if we did, we could always put the finish back on it, but why create more work for yourself? You ain't got to, you know. Alright guys, we got the outside all filed down. Let's go ahead and work on the sides now. Not filed down, I mean smoothed out. Let's go ahead and smooth the sides out here. Alright, that's one side down. Get this other side done. Alright guys, looks like we will probably be ready to go polish her up. Let's check the size one more time. Let's see, we are a 9, and let's flip it over. We're a 9. Alright guys, ready to go polish this bad boy up. So let's I'm gonna drop this in ultrasound and go polish it up, and then we'll come back and look at the finished product, guys. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back with that ring. You see we got it nice, clean and polished. We got shit all over it already. Got our fingerprints all over it, but got it nice and polished. Got it sized down to a 9 from a 10, and yeah, that'll be a nice dad's ring for somebody. It will be a nice dad's ring for sure. But this was a fairly simple repair, guys. Wasn't nothing too crazy. Didn't have too much of an issue, so that's we're not going to complain about that. But this is the Gangster Jeweler, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in, especially my loyal subscribers. If you'd like to leave a tip or donation, a link for that will be down in the description, although it's not required, just helps the channel grow. If you'd like for me to do your repairs, you can visit my Etsy shop. I'll have the link for that down in the description online. If you happen to be a local business and would like me to start doing your repairs, I'll have the link for that down in the description as well. Or I'll have my email down in the description. I'm sorry. Shit, this pollen's got my mind all screwed up, I guess. But I'll have the email down there. Also, if you're looking to buy jewelry in the Jacksonville area, I highly recommend Money Miser on Blanding Boulevard. And if you're not in the Jacksonville area and you're out of state, I highly recommend Stellar Jewelry, which I'll have the link for that down in the description for online. But also, if you want to check out my Kick live stream, I'll have the link for that down in the description. It's more like a reaction type stream. And also my Twitch live stream. And I'll have the link for that down in the description as well. Also, if you like, check out my other YouTube channel, Boss TV. It's pretty much where all my reaction stuff goes from my live streams. And also, I think that pretty much covers everything, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. This was a fairly uneventful video. We won't bitch about that. But I appreciate the loyal subscribers. I appreciate you guys watching. This is the Gangster Jeweler, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, y'all.